Without further ado, let's get the Hybrid Cloud and Cybersecurity West Africa Summit 2022 started with a welcome remark from our honorable keynote speaker, Mr. Mahmoud Noor, Chairman Board Technical Committee, Communications Authority of Kenya, and Executive Director, Swahilipothu. A small brief of Mr. Mahmoud Noor. Mr. Mahmoud Noor is an ICT consultant and youth advisor with experience spanning over 23 years. A trained telecommunications technician and served in the design and implementation of the Kenya's data and internet network while working at the then state monopoly, Telecom Kenya in the late 90s. He was also instrumental in connecting the eastern coast of Africa to the rest of the world through the layering of the Seacom undersea cable that connects Eastern Africa to Europe and Asia in 2009, where he rose to be the company's operational manager for East and North Africa. Over to you, Mr. Mahmoud.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Shivoyana Peters.
Yes, Shivoy.
Yeah, for your nice introduction. Thank you all, my fellow colleagues and panelists who are here. For me, it is an honor to be part of the Cybersecurity Summit for West Africa. I think it's my first time interacting with the West Coast. I've always been in the Eastern side. And today, I just wanted to pick a different point of discussion. Yes, I do chair the technical committee for the regulator, that is Communications Authority of Kenya. And my experience mainly is in the telecommunications field. But I wanted to discuss on and probably give a few remarks on the role of hubs. These are innovation hubs in building a secure environment or community, because that is what I do at Swahilipothu Hub as executive director and founder. What we are doing at Swahilipothu Hub is we have created a platform or a center where we can have techies, those who have interest in technology, and also creatives in general, because we have fused technology and arts, for them to come and use the facility, one, to build their skills, secondly, to network, to meet the different players in the ecosystem. That includes the national government, the county government, private sector, both within here in the coast, in Kenya, and also out the multinationals, those who are the big organizations, like we have Cisco Academy here, we have a Huawei Academy as well. We work closely with Google, we work closely with Liquid Telecom. So what we are doing is at the hub, especially on the cybersecurity side, is because we have realized, and I think the world now is recognizing the importance of cybersecurity, because businesses, government, all kinds, whether they are even organizations, all of them have moved a lot of their operations online. In Kenya, for example, we like myself, I've not actually had any cash probably for the last whole month, because I do all my transactions via M-Pesa, because I am with Safaricom. But others will use Airtel for those Airtel money for those who are in Kenya, or T-Cash. So we are actually relying mainly on connectivity and the devices that we carry. So if our businesses and our lives entirely depends on this, then it means we need to build security around them. Because if, God forbid, when there is a problem, then it means everything stops. Even probably businesses will stop operating. So and what are we doing as a hub or other hubs all over the country and even worldwide? One of the things that we are working on is creating awareness, because a lot of people take certain things for granted. one of the biggest strengths that we have as Swahilipothu is we are a trusted center. We have a community of over 2,000, mainly young people. But we also work within the community, whether it is the Chamber of Commerce, which we are part of, and the communities that are around us. One thing that we do is we have sessions. These are like information sessions, but the aim is to create awareness and talk to Kenyans and citizens on how they can protect themselves. Because most of the time you are hacked or you're compromised because of certain basic precautions that you take for granted. So we try create that awareness by telling the young people, how can you secure yourself? How can you, there are certain things you're not supposed to do. There are certain things you're supposed to do to secure either your private data, whether it is whatever detail that you have. It can be how you log into your email, how you log into your bank account, and it happens every day. Even for people like us, I receive emails every day from, I don't know, people from all over the world purporting to do certain things. And they are very enticing mails that you can join. Even recently, immediately I got verified on Twitter. Immediately I got another very nice message that you'll think that it is written by Instagram, telling me that they want to verify my account. And I was just tagging along to see, and actually what they want is to have certain access to my account. So I think there are certain things that we take for granted, but for us, what we are doing is, I know hubs will play a huge role in terms of awareness, because that is level one. The second level is to building skills, because as we move into this era where cybersecurity is becoming at the center, we need to build skills for our young people, because we need a workforce that has the expertise and the capacity. And how do we achieve that? Is we have to invest in giving these skills to our workforce. So we have partnered with different people, different players. I mentioned earlier that we are a Cisco Academy at the Hub. We also have the Huawei Academy. We like recently, we did host the Pan Innovation Week, because it's a tech and innovation conference where we bring players from all over the world, globally and also locally. But most important, we connect the citizens and the young people here who are based here in the coast of Kenya. But one of the things that we did with Safaricom, Communications Authority of Kenya, and Huawei, we launched a cybersecurity bootcamp, which we will be doing all over the country, and we piloted it in the coastal area of Kenya. Our intention is to reach out to university students. We actually registered for this particular one around 260, and we were targeting university students who are those with the interest in cybersecurity and those in the innovation and tech hubs. So our intention is, after they registered, we took them through a certain interviewing process, so that we can measure the level of their expertise and knowledge in cybersecurity. And then after that, we skill them, because we actually use the partners, Huawei, and then we also use the Communications Authority of Kenya, because we also have the response center that runs 24 hours, and also Safaricom. So we build their skills, and then we put them in groups and give them challenges. And the winners were actually awarded by the Ministry of ICT. But what was the intention of starting these bootcamps for cybersecurity? Our main intention is to identify talent, because for where we are going, we need talent that can deliver, that can secure our systems. So what we are doing while working with the universities and the innovation hubs, we want to see what talents are there. And then we tap them either in the private sector or public sector. Because these are the same young people, if we do not engage them, they will be used to compromise the systems that are all over globally. And nowadays, because with the good connectivity that we have, you can connect to whatever global network and you can compromise it. So our intention is, how do we use, first identify, and secondly use, and then we also encourage the corporate world to absorb some of these young people, including government. So that was level one, building skills, which is important in terms of securing the ecosystem, and then there are certain, once people have the right skills, the other thing is we now work out with organizations and companies and even government to try and test some of their systems, or even test some of the applications that are there, so that we look what are some of the bugs, what are some of the shortcomings within these systems. So we also use the hubs and this same techies that are within the hubs. So we also plan to use the hubs as testing grounds. So you have an application, you want to test how secure it is. You bring it to the hubs, and then our techies will play around and try to see if they can compromise it. So in a good way, so that by the time you are releasing it to the market, you actually having something that is very robust. And then and also it will also act, the hubs act as a playground for security research and innovations within this area. And lastly, we also want to be a platform where we connect the different people, and that's why I mentioned earlier about the Innovation Week that we do every year, because our intention is, how do we showcase probably what has been happening throughout the year, and during the Innovation Week, our intention is to connect people and also showcase what we have. And definitely, for me, I just want to emphasize that for us to build and have a secure community, we must involve innovation hubs in this drive, and create platforms and frameworks where the private sector, the innovation spaces, government come together, and they work to secure, because nobody can do this alone. Government cannot secure all the systems alone. Even spaces like us, I think the regulator, why we have reached out to the academia and other partners, is because we know once people come together, it is easy to build a more secured environment where we will be able, businesses will be able to thrive without any compromises. So I think for me, I'll end there, and probably hope that we'll have questions that I can add on. But I really thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Mahmoud. Noor, for your compassion in developing such a futuristic approach. Please enjoy the rest of your day and the summit.
Thank you.